Welcome to Masterpiece, the art course outlined anthology. Now, a masterpiece, and whatever constitutes a masterpiece, is made up of three parts, like everything else. You have a very large, monumental creation, but it's made up of tiny little parts. And a masterpiece is no different. After exploring it, researching it, and doing some of my own work, I've realized that a masterpiece is made up of at least three parts. The three parts are original, to be original, masterful, to be technically advanced, and provocative. These are the three things that we will be discussing. And now let's look at original, for instance. Original. What is it? A novel approach so new and different, it becomes a discovery of new knowledge. Masterful. Technical innovation and invention. Provocative. Inspiring and disturbing beyond known events and delving into the deepest recesses of the psyche. So, what is a masterpiece? It is important to approach our subject with this fundamental question so that we can get to know it. A masterpiece is a masterpiece is a masterpiece. It is important to remind ourselves of the legitimacy of this statement. I begin my introduction with a question and a statement. Both hold the key to unlocking the mystery of a masterpiece. It is a mystery because no one interpretation can ever do it justice enough to explain what it is we are looking at when we look upon a masterpiece. I hold it in my heart when I say, I've looked upon a masterpiece and have been changed forever. I am not the same person I was before. The masterpiece has embedded its secret into my heart. It has revealed worlds within worlds, vistas of uncharted territory, hurling me into myself. The word original, if we are to take originality as the first prerequisite, I would say the word original contains in it the word origin. It is a good place to start in our pursuit of what constitutes a masterpiece. What are the origins of such a concept? A masterpiece is an original creation in perfect harmony with itself. So much so, it cannot be imagined in any other way than the form it takes. As example, no one can imagine Michelangelo's sculpture of the Pietà differently than how Michelangelo gave it to us, because upon looking at it, we feel so complete. Every part of the sculpture runs smoothly into every other part, forming a harmony that resonates in our heart spiritually, culminating in our complete surrender to its beauty. Our fixation with beauty is related to the needs of our soul. The origins of a masterpiece, therefore, are found in the soul. It is with the soul we are concerned when we consider a masterpiece. It is with this soulful honesty the artist approaches the painting that determines if the work of art will become a masterpiece. A masterpiece strives to be original. What does this mean? When is something original and when is it not? To most people, art does not make sense. Isn't that true? It is incomprehensible. Yet, when the original appears, everyone knows it has arrived. How interesting. How is that? It has a stamp of exclusivity to it. It's very special. There is nothing else like it. It is often so powerful it becomes a symbol. There is no education needed to recognize an original work of art. It is honest. It is more far-reaching than the current art of its day, speaking in the language of the future. It is a new idea. It is a new way of looking at things, with a new way of making them. It could be the discovery of a novel way of painting, more erratic perhaps, and more abstract. Suddenly the world looks fractured and vulnerable. It could be the use of psychological impact in a way it has never been used before, bringing with it a heightened sense of reality. This is called breaking new ground. Whatever is original is not two-dimensional. It does not belong to the comfort zone of our haven where we cross the T's and dot the I's. When a work of art is original, it upsets the apple cart. It sweeps away the status quo and reveals the inner workings of the mind, in mind over matter, as they say. Original art breaks new ground. Suddenly new technical possibilities open, accompanied by a fresh back-to-basics approach that strips away all ornament to a minimum. This approach sets off a new movement in art and a new direction. It boldly asserts the existence of another dimension and shows it. It boldly asserts the originality which is far-reaching back in time and space to the very first story. There is a story, you see. Somewhere there is always a story. It prepares us for a multi-leveled and multi-dimensional experience. We are jolted out of context into a new place. This place is called the masterpiece. And here I leave you off to the next masterpiece session. This is Masterpiece 1. The next one is Masterpiece 2. And see you then. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of knowledge and information. We will continue to explore what constitutes a masterpiece, how it constitutes it, and why. Take care, everyone.